I was just laid off last week.
I've been laid off not once, not twice, but 3 times.
So I was laid off from my job today.
I got laid off from my corporate job.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're talking about workers lost their jobs overnight. Now they're struggling to survive. I've put all the videos together so that you can watch. I'll be back soon, share my true sense.
I was just laid off last week. The company I worked for the last 4.5 years decided to close their doors. I shouldn't say decided, kind of had to. So let's talk about it. Also, there is nothing that hits harder than a witch's brew Alani when it is 43 degrees outside. And I've tried recording this like 5 times. Sorry for the awful angle. I had this fun little thing that's supposed to like be able to go on my window. It broke, or I'm not using it right. I don't freaking know, but now I'm annoyed. So anyway, that was the thing that about made me crash out this morning, was that this stupid phone holder. I've had a lot of feelings over this layoff. Weirdly, a sense of like peace and calm, I think. And I think it's because, so the company I've worked for over the last 2 years, maybe, we've done 4 or 5 rounds of layoffs, some restructuring, all of those things. I was lucky enough to like make it till the end. But I think it's just been the constant stress of like, are we going to make it? The highs and lows, all of those things. And now it's like we have an answer. And so I think that's, is there a filter on me? Or is this just really good lighting? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's kind of why I feel this weird sense of calm. It's like there's no longer that like roller coaster of emotions of like what's gonna happen. And with that, it's like we've known that there was a potential that this company wasn't gonna make it, especially over the last like month or so. And so that was pretty stressful. And, you know, I feel like we've been mourning the potential loss of the company that whole time. So I'm not super sad because I think I've already had that chance to be sad. I've been kind of sad for a while about it. And so this is just like, I don't know. Again, I don't know. It's a weird feel. But the one thing that really gets to me is, like I said, we've had layoffs and stuff over the last few years, and those of us that were left at the company, I don't know, maybe 50 of us, I don't even know if that was the number, I'm just making this up. We went from several hundred to 50 here at the end. All of us that were still there, I think I can speak for all of us when I say we were all still with the company because we really believed in what we did, we loved what we do, we believed in the mission, and we were going down with the ship, our white knuckle dying grip, right? And we were going to be there till the end because we really just were hoping things would get better. And we wanted to be there when it did. And that's a little frustrating because from my understanding, everyone that's been laid off prior got some sort of severance package, and we get nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand business is business, and working for a startup, there was a lot of investors involved. So investors, shareholders, debts need paid first. I get that. But it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, we really meant nothing. And that's frustrating. That's at any job, I'm sure. But it's just, that's the big thing that's like eating me alive over this last weekend, these last few days. And I don't know why. And it's not even the fact that we're not getting anything. It's just like the morals. Is it morals behind it? Does that even make sense? It's just like the fact that we literally just meant nothing to them. And we gave everything to them. And I think that's the part that I hate the most. But would I have done anything different? Probably not. I probably still would have, like, knowing this, I probably still would have just stuck it out till the end because, again, I was there to watch the company go the other way and really hoping we could change. But yeah, that's just been a hard pill to swallow, kind of like a punch to the gut, all of those things. So anyway, and since being laid off, of course, my TikTok is full of layoff videos and talking about how there's so many people getting laid off in 2025. And so if you get laid off or have been laid off, I'm with ya. I feel ya. I don't know if you feel this way, but since being laid off, I feel like the biggest POS for not for now not providing financially to my family. And I don't know why. I'm sure that's something that'll I'll get over. And it's not like there's not other options for me with my degree and experience. I know there's plenty out there. I kind of just took the weekend off and like not thinking about jobs. And I'm going to start looking and seeing my options, you know, this week. But just the fact knowing that I don't have a job, and I've had a job since I was like 17 or 18, I just feel like the biggest piece of shit. So that's cool. But anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble. I think needed to vent, to talk. And yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my first day of unemployment. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do. I might go through my daughter's clothes and reorganize her closet, because what else am I supposed to do?
So I was laid off from my job today. A job that I've had for 4 years, a 6-figure job. A job that I obviously relied on for income, my husband and I. So I really don't know where this will lead to, what it will lead to. I wanted to come on real time instead of waiting until the end of this journey. One, to show whoever's going through this, you're not alone. Obviously, the economy and the problems that we are facing are real. And faith. I'm a Christian woman. This morning, obviously, when I found out, it wasn't easy to keep faith in that moment, trying to understand the whys. But since then, obviously, I have a great support system. My mom, my amazing husband. I'm kind of back on track spiritually, but it is hard. I'm a Virgo. I'm a planner. So not knowing what the next move is also out of my comfort zone. But I thought it'd be interesting, if anything, to share the journey, the here, the now. I'll obviously update daily, see where it happens, how long it takes. I have since then, before the end of the day, sent my resume out. I'll continue to do so. But yeah, this is scary. I'm a mom, 2 kids, and bills. So I don't know what the future holds. I'm holding on to prayer, obviously, but I just thought it'd be good to share this journey. So you're about to get tired of me, but hopefully in the process of that, I help someone. Hope you have a great evening. God bless.
I got laid off from my corporate job after being there for 7 years just last week, and I think that it's actually the best thing possible that could have happened for my career. So let's talk about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This was incredibly difficult. My 7-year career with this company ended in a 3-minute phone call, and I was left feeling really sad, really hurt, and very confused. A lot of people across the organization were laid off without given reason other than that it was a restructuring. And so I knew that it was completely out of my hands, and there was nothing I could have done because they told me over and over again it wasn't related to performance. And so my immediate reaction was sadness, and then I felt this weight lifted off my shoulders. So for context, I've been bored in my job for the past 3 or 4 years, and I'm the type of person who hates change. The idea of leaving a job, the idea of change, doing something new terrifies me. And I've known for a long time now that this isn't what I want to do long term. I'm not really using my skills and my passions to their full ability. I was kind of just coasting because it was easy and I was comfortable. But we all know that I love talking about F1, and my dream has always been to work in motorsport. And so the reaction of all of my friends and my husband the minute I told them was obviously initially sadness and empathy for me. But the second thing that they said was, I think this is so good for you because you have the time now to sit back and think about what you really want to do and apply for jobs that are actually something you're passionate about. Because I have been just lacking this passion in my 9 to 5, and I am of the belief that I should work to live, not live to work. Like, I don't don't make work my entire personality, but to be able to do something that I'm actually excited about would be such a game changer for me. I'm just excited to see what's to come. I fully believe that God was like, hey, you were standing at this door staring out for years, and so I decided to shove you out of it and force you into it because I know that I have something better for you. And so I'm very excited to see what I do next. If you work in motorsport at all and you are looking to hire anybody, I'm your girl. This also gives me more time to focus on building this community and pouring into the F1 girlies, because this little side project is what I love doing so much. And so I get the time to think about how I want to incorporate F1 into my career and what that might look like to do it full time. So if you've been laid off recently, I am right there with you, but just know that bigger and brighter things are ahead for us, and that I can guarantee.
I feel like we all enter a season in our lives where it feels like God thinks that we're one of his strongest soldiers, and I'm definitely in that season right now. I've been laid off not once, not twice, but 3 times in the last 6 months. If I had to try to describe in my best way what it feels like, I would say, yeah. So, for context, I was laid off from my 9-to-5 in November, and I was deduced to a part-time contract role, basically slicing my hours in half and losing all of my benefits. I then got a new job in February, and then in March, the company shut down completely.
We're going to end employment for all dedicated Shopkick employees.
Oh my God.
And then in April, I was told by my part-time job that my contract would be ending on May 8th. So yeah. My life has been in shambles, to say the least. I'm quite literally fighting for my life. I want to believe that there is some big blessing at the end of this journey, and all these people say that. They're like, the best success stories come after people get laid off. But what about the time in between? Like, what about the time between the awful devastation and then the immaculate breakthrough? Like, how long does it take for the breakthrough to come? When do we get there? And what do you do in the in-between time? How do you not lose your marbles during that time? Because, baby, I'm this close, okay? I'm not okay. I'm really not, I'm really not. I've realized that it doesn't seem like anybody else is really showing that part of the journey, so I am going to volunteer as tribute. And I'm going to show y'all that part in a series that I'm calling My Success Story in the Making. I realized that up until now, I've attached so much of my identity to my career and my accolades. And unfortunately, I learned the hard way that these jobs do not care that you're an overachiever. If they don't have the funds, you're dumb. I want to rebrand my life into that of someone who knows that they are the brand. I am the brand. I don't like feeling as though an employer can make me feel like I've lost some of my self-worth or my value, like an employer can break my spirit. And if I'm being for real, I have felt that way. My ego has been bruised. My self-confidence has plummeted. But I know that I did not come this far just to get this far. I know that my journey does not end here. I know that I can find my spark again. I know that I'm not going to be depressed or sad forever. I know that this time will pass. I know that I can create the life of my dreams with or without a proper 9-to-5. And I know that God has big plans for me, so I gotta do it. I gotta fight back. But I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard and it's scary and it's so uncertain. But I'm trusting God, and I just gotta do it scared. I gotta do it afraid. I have to do it emotional. I have to do it uncertain. I just gotta do it. And to be honest, I'm determined to come out of this better than I went in. So yeah, I don't even know where my success story is going to lead me by the end of this journey, but I guess we're gonna stay tuned and see. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Why are you behind?
Yes. Why aren't you paying your mortgage and your HOA?
Yeah, so she's saying, what happened to make you fall behind? Was it sickness? Was it work full time? How much you getting paid?
Okay, before I got...
Because she say you're behind about $3,600.
Can you do the math for me?
Sure. Okay, let me do the math. So 365 times 4, $1,460. $1,460.
660.
That's not much. 1,460.
$1,460.
And then your mortgage is 503 times 4. That's how much he's behind, and which is $2,012.
Income from.
Let me see. So plus 1,460. Yeah. So you're behind. 3,472.
3,472.
Yes, all together.
Okay. Right. Why have you not been paying your HOA and your mortgage? What happened 4 months ago?
Okay, because I'm working 2 jobs.
Okay.
Two patients, same company. And before for my surgery, and before that, I'm working 2 company, but same company. You got same name, but it's different.
Okay.
Something.
Okay.
And I go to coma. And
You went into a coma?
Oh, after I left, only God. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm stayed for 3 months in the coma, Holy Ghost before.
What happened? Did you have a stroke or?
Yeah, and one day, and I don't feel well, and I asked my dad, because my husband not live here, he live in Haiti. I'm applying for, give me, I don't know, I pay visa, I pay everything, support for everything, but they still stay Haiti. And after that, I called my dad. I said, Dad, I don't feel well. My dad said, Fenice, you working too hard to pay too much bill by yourself. I said, Dad, you know I'm married, I'm waiting for him. Dad said, I don't know, but you better working forward for something. I said, no, I can't divorce that. But I'm explaining. And after I tried to lay down, I almost fall. And I put my hand for my bed, my daughter. That's why I can't sleep by myself. She sleep for me every day. And she said, Mommy, you okay? I can't answer her. And she said, Mommy, let me call 911. I say, you and my son stay by self? And I write, I say, she understand what I say. I write something for her. And that's it. After, no, and I don't know, I go to Holy Ghost, I'm staying. Some people say, come to me never know anything.
So you were admitted into a hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm staying for a long time. I can't walk. I don't know.
Do you know what happened to you? Did the doctors tell you?
Only I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
What was your diagnosis?
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
Yeah, pneumonia.
Okay. And so, how long were you in the hospital? A week, 2 weeks, a month?
I'm coming hospital December, and I be back home. I know February 28th. I remember.
Okay. So that kind of correlates to the time where you start paying the mortgage and the HOA.
No, before that.
Okay, hey you all, this is Miss Fenice. So if you would like to donate towards her, your situation is because you're behind with your mortgage, and she would like to ask what you all donate anything. Okay, so we're here at the Legacy Closet, but the individual who assists with the funding, they aren't here today. They took all of her information, but they rescheduled us for Saturday, but she's already 4 months behind now on her mortgage, so anything can help that we can send in so that they can stop. They send in her forms, letters regarding foreclosure. So yeah, let's work a miracle, please, in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Y'all wanted a story time, so I'm finna give y'all one. Okay, so Wednesday on Christmas Eve, I was at work, but it's like the machine I'm on, it's called like the Braun machine, right? It have like 1, 2, probably like 9 machines on the left side of me or whatever. 9 machines on the left side of me. So they dropped the work in like a little thing that we throw the work out of. So they dropped the work. I'm throwing the work or whatever. It's always this one individual. I'm not gonna say her name, but her name is Jay. I'm calling her Jay. So I'm throwing. Then Jay throwing too. She just started out of nowhere saying, my stomach hurt. I'm probably finna go. I don't want to be here. My stomach hurt. So me being me, I'm just thinking she just talking, but at the same time, I know she not just talking, because she known for like not staying at work and just leaving. After that, boom, the bitch, she come back to the machine, but I had walked off. And when I walked out, she walked off again. But I want to go tell my mama that the girl keep leaving and stuff. Like, the girl just keep leaving. So after a while, I don't see her bag nowhere. The girl is gone. So I go back on the machine, and a supervisor come over like 10 minutes later, and she put a girl that don't never be on the machine I'm on. The girl throwing like one sheet in like 10 minutes, throwing slow as hell. So I'm like, no. I said, I don't want her over here. Then the other supervisor, Mr. Tim, was like, it's not up to me who I want over here or not. It's up to Marissa who she want over here. So I had went off or whatever. We had went on break at 9:30. We come back in on break at 9:45. Marissa moved me from out the big machine, put me on the small machine, and I told her I don't want to be over here. I went off, so they called me to the office. And then we all in the office. It's like 3 or 4 supervisors in the office, and this meeting in the office. They having a meeting or whatever, and I'm speaking my mind. I'm telling them like, no, y'all not right. Y'all always nitpicking at me. So after a while, I walked out in the meeting. I walked out in the meeting because I didn't want to be there anymore. So I go back to the machine. Then probably like 20 minutes later, a union rep come to me. She was like, you probably finna get fired because you walked out in a meeting. It's called insubordination. So I go back in the office. Mr. Tim was like, we're going to part ways, this and that. We're going to part ways. You terminated. I said, fuck you, Mr. Tim. He tried to give me a pen and a paper like to sign my signature. I said, I'm not signing that shit. I walked out. I knocked over about 3 big carts. Y'all, I don't know where that strength came from, but I just had hella strength. Like, I don't know where the fuck that strength came from, but I had hella strength. So I'm walking out, and I'm going out from every supervisor I see. Man, Mr. Tim just started popping his junk. I started popping mine. And I'm like, I don't have to deal with this because I got a mama. I don't have to deal with this. But yeah, y'all, it really wasn't nothing for real. That was about it. It really nothing like, it happened so fast. It really wasn't nothing for real. So, yeah.
Have you noticed how many people are struggling after losing their job? One day everything seems normal. You wake up, go to work, and think about your plans for the day. Suddenly you receive an email, a phone call, or you are called into a meeting and told that your position has been eliminated. For many people, getting laid off is not just about losing a pay. It affects their mental health, relationships, and confidence. Some workers who spent years with the same company only to be told that they are no longer needed. No goodbye, no warning, just a few words that change their life. The sad reality is that bills don't stop, rent still needs to be paid, food still needs to be bought. Some people have children depending on them, others have loans and debt. Losing a job can feel like losing control of your entire life. Many people are now sharing their stories online. Some are working multiple side jobs just to survive. Others are sending hundreds of applications without getting any reply. A lot of workers are facing rejection after rejection, and it can make them feel hopeless. But being laid off does not mean you are a failure. Sometimes companies make decisions based on profits and budget, not because workers are bad at their job. Thousands of hardworking people are going through the same situation right now. Some people who were once laid off started small businesses, learned new skills, or found better opportunities. It wasn't easy. If you're struggling after losing a job, remember your job is something you do, not who you are. Tough times do not last forever. There is nothing wrong with starting over, asking for help, or taking small steps forward. And for those who still have jobs, this situation is a reminder that life can change quickly. Saving money, learn new skills, and have multiple sources of income. And having multiple sources of income have become more important than ever. What do you think? Do you have or know someone who experienced being laid off? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.